Professor Ganesh Lokhande is the founder and director at an education technology company, WeCan Digital Solutions, an edtech company which serves esteemed clients from USA and Europe. Currently, he is associated with Symbiosis International University, Pune, and also associated with Sri Balaji University as consultant, helping teachers in creating massive open online courses. Professor Ganesh Lokhande is a certified instructional designer with more than 15 years of experience, and he is recognized as a top performer across several industries with a broad exposure to develop global learning programs and managing teams.
Education teachers, there is no proper training aspect before joining. Of course, during the tenure we have those MMTCs and those refresher courses, but those are like short-term courses. These teachers, on the contrary, are taught, like the primary teachers and secondary teachers are taught how to teach, and it is assumed that the teachers in higher education who probably have PhDs and NET exams and other exams, they know how to teach, which may not be true. Like there's a science called teaching science, and active learning is one of the sciences there, so it comes from there. But I mean, that's a different topic altogether. Let's come back to our topic, that is MOOC. I work in the MOOC creation part. I work with several universities, education institutes. Government of Maharashtra is going to create something like MahaSwayam. Have you heard about Swayam, right? All of you must have heard. So there's something called MahaSwayam Maharashtra government is going to create. It is going to be a platform for students and teachers in Maharashtra. So teachers from Maharashtra will create courses for students in Maharashtra, and that too in Marathi. So I'll be heading that initiative. So I'm working with that also. I'm working with private universities also. So with my experience, and again one more thing that I would like to clarify is that whatever knowledge, whatever views that we will exchange will not be entirely mine. So all of you are like sitting in front of me, come with a varied experience. Some of you might be like fresh teachers, but some of you might be like with 30 plus years of experience, which is like more than mine experience. Like my experience is around 18-20 years. So my first question: do you think that AI, okay, in this national workshop also we'll be talking about AI, although my session is not about AI, but I thought I should little bit talk about AI also. So do you think AI will replace human jobs? No. No? Okay. Is there anybody in this group who believes that AI will replace human jobs? There are a lot of jobs which will become redundant. Like for example, I'll give you an example. Earlier there were jobs like PPT making, okay? So for making a PPT you would require, so do you think that in future, like maybe not now, today, after 5 years, do you think that the technology will replace human teachers? Do you think in MOOCs will replace the teachers? Now we are having this discussion. Most of them are saying no. See, I come from the e-learning background. I worked in the e-learning industry for 18 years. Currently, I also work in the e-learning industry only, like I create MOOCs. So my answer to this is that no matter what the technology is, no technology can replace a human being. Okay? So teacher job will never be replaced. Only thing is that our jobs will be changed. Okay? How? I'll tell you. Okay, same question was asked to Elon Musk. Will AI replace human jobs? Do you know what answer he gave? He said, AI will not replace human beings, but the human beings who know AI will replace other human beings, not those people that don't know the AI. Same thing will happen with teachers. Technology will not replace teachers, but those teachers who do not know technology like MOOCs, online education, AI, and so many other things will be obsolete and be replaced by people who know all these things. Every problem has multiple solutions. So one of the solutions that educators gave the government to achieve this target is to go for online education. Okay? So that debate, it happened earlier, so I'm not getting into that debate, whether it's a good decision, bad decision, but that has happened. I'm going to give you the background. 5. Okay, now coming back to the, it may sound a very silly question, but what is MOOC? Can you tell? One by one. So if everybody starts talking at the same time, we might lose the message. Okay. Yes, sir. You're saying.
Massive open online.
Okay. Do you all agree? If you all agree, you just say this. Do you all agree with this definition? Massive open online course, right? Do you all agree with his definition? Yes, no?
Online courseware.
Courseware, okay. Course or courseware? Why others are not talking? You don't have any opinion on this? Huh? Correct? Okay. So what is correct? Courseware or course? Course, okay. Alright, let's break this definition into smaller chunks now. What do we mean by massive? Okay. No limit, okay. Okay. Substantial, okay. Anybody? Humongous, okay. What is humongous? What is humongous about it? What is large? What is massive? Global level, okay. But extensive, okay. So these are synonyms that you are telling, okay. But what is massive? What is large? Enrollment, okay. Enrollment of what? Okay, interested learners, okay. Reach, okay. Okay, okay. So massive means what? You teach in your classes. I have like 6 courses running on SWAYAM this semester. In one of the earlier also semester also I had 4 courses. See, in my B2B marketing course I had 15,000 learners. 15,000 learners. If I had to teach that course in the classroom, how many? Like probably 50, 100. Right. But now I went online, and then now I could reach students not only from my city, my town, my district, my state, across the country, probably across the globe also. Okay, that's why it's called massive. There are some courses I've seen wherein like the enrollments run into lakhs, because it's a one-time effort, like recorded course. There's no limitation, like it doesn't change the scenario if like there are 1 lakh students or 1 student, right? It's a recorded video. That's why it's called massive.
Geographical multiplication.
Geographic, like I can only teach, like you can only teach students in Hyderabad, like who are physically present here. But if you go online, create MOOCs, you can reach n number of students. So that's why it's called massive, and government is looking for massive enrollments, to reach. So again, we are not talking about the quality and all those things right now. We'll break each and every topic into smaller portions, and then we'll come to the quality part, like what is government doing to enhance the quality. There is definitely some debate going on about the quality of education. So online means it's online, it's not offline. It's as simple as that. It doesn't happen in classrooms. It happens all through web, okay? What is last? Very interesting. What is last C? Somebody said courseware, somebody said course. Okay, we'll take it as course. One and the same meaning. Why is it called course? Right? There's a teacher in IIT, there's teacher in some rural area. How is he teaching the same subject? Like that's what ma'am did. Like she enrolled into the same course that she teaches at her institute, and then probably that added to her knowledge, right? So I'm not saying bad or good thing. Probably you can also come up and say, see, this teacher has created a MOOC on SWAYAM. It's a bakwas course. I can do a better job. That is also okay. But at least go there and see whether whether the online education that is being offered is good or bad. If you don't do it, whether you know it or not, I'll talk on the next slide. Your students have already started doing it, and they will do the comparison. So if you miss something, if you don't cover some portion in a better way, they'll tell you, okay, ma'am or sir, okay, this is how it is done. Because they are looking at the IIM, IIT and other courses on SWAYAM. Not only SWAYAM, there are other platforms, hundreds of platforms. What are the other platforms? Coursera, edX. Any other platforms? Udemy, Unacademy, Swayam, apart from Swayam, yes. Infosys, okay, they have their own platform, yes. So, there, like earlier speakers spoke, there's a lot of opportunity for learners now, and that to free up cost to go and acquire the knowledge. And if you, and eventually there will be definitely some comparison, right? So if you see a dropout in your numbers tomorrow, blame it for those online courses. For two reasons. One, the quality may be good, may be bad, but definitely they will offer credits. So students sitting at home, okay, taking credits, watching those videos, coming to your institution and saying, okay, I have taken this course from Swayam, I don't need to attend your classes. You have no option but to award him the credits. Okay. So for that reason, you must know what is happening around the world. The world is changing very fast. You need to really go ahead, one step ahead of our students. We have always been ahead of our students, right? All our life we have always been ahead of our students. But unfortunately after COVID, what has happened is the students have access to this digital knowledge. It may be good, it may be bad, but they have access. So to counter that, we must know at least what is happening in our subjects. Management courses. It is one of the top 10 management institutes in the country. So if it is one of the top 10, definitely that means there is a huge competition, right? Their entrance exam is one of the top entrance exams in the country when it comes to getting admission after IIMs, okay? Earlier, only specific institutes could offer online education. Now the government has allowed every institute to offer online degrees. Earlier the online degrees were not allowed. If you remember my sentence initially, classroom education will never be replaced. This is going to be a supplementary thing always. First thing, short video करो. कितना short करना चाहिए?
9 minutes.
So I teach a topic in my classroom. It takes me around 45 minutes or 1 hour. That is allocated, right? So if I go online, how much video should be created out of that content? 20 minutes, okay? 13, 10. Okay, any other numbers? Why? 6 to 7 minutes is what ma'am saying. Why 6 to 7 minutes? Yes. So ma'am has given a very correct answer. The correct answer is that research says the average attention span of our students is 7 minutes. So what does that mean? That means we should not be creating videos which are longer than 7 minutes. But does that mean you come up with a scale and then cut at 7 minutes? No. I mean you can go up to 9 minutes, 10 minutes at times, that is also okay. Okay. So that is what the educators or the policy makers who have formed the 4-quadrant model say. Second quadrant. What is second quadrant? Second quadrant is the quiz part. You ask questions based on videos. See, the quadrant vary depending on, but overall it will remain the same. So the quiz कैसे होता है? Typically online में quiz क्या होता है? How is the quiz online? Multiple choice question. Yes, correct, incorrect, that's it. This approach says, no, you don't do that. What you do is you provide customized constructive feedback. What is customized constructive feedback? You tell your learners if it is correct, why it is correct. If it is incorrect, why it is incorrect. So for all the options, you have to give customized feedback to your learners. That will reinforce the learning. So you are not only testing the learner, so that is something called formative assessment, right? We all do formative assessment and summative assessment. So in the formative assessment, there has to be reinforcement of learning. Okay, that is second quadrant. Third quadrant is what? Extra reading material, e-resources. So what is extra reading material? In our education system, we had bibliography, right? Reference book list. And we were supposed to go and sit in the library and read all those books. How many of we read? Not even 50%, I believe, right? Even I didn't read everything from the reference book. But that is what the problem is, and that's why the 4-quadrant model says you just don't provide the list of resources. You provide specific resources to your learners, that too very short resources. So 1 page, 2 page resources, some extra research paper on this topic, extra video probably on YouTube, some PDF documents, some PPT. Okay, so you provide specific research, extra reading material to your learners and ask them to read it. Give them instructions on what to read also. For example, there might be a PDF that you provide which has 100 pages. So nobody is going to read 100 pages, right? So you tell your learners, go and read so and so page. After that, there has to be a quiz, just to ensure that your students have read it, but it is not a graded quiz. उसे marks नहीं मिलेंगे बच्चों को. Only thing is that what they'll get is satisfaction that okay, I've read it and I'm able to answer this quiz. So that is the motivation. Okay, so motivation is the purpose, testing is not the purpose. And the last part, which tries to overcome the challenge of online education, is that offline education में interaction होता है. Interaction between teacher and student, student and teacher, as well as student and student. तो online में ये कहाँ होता है? तो ये fourth quadrant में होता है. Fourth quadrant is the discussion forum. So discussion forum is like your WhatsApp group, for example. For this training, we have created a WhatsApp group. So how do we ensure कि भाई इसमें कोई good morning का message नहीं डाल रहा है, या कोई दूसरा forwarded message नहीं डाल रहा है, या कुछ spam नहीं कर रहा है. So for that, the teacher has to ensure that the teacher puts forth a question every week called a focus question, and the question is a discussion question. कि what do you think will happen if we do this on this topic, for example? So that starts a discussion among students. Okay, so this may student will answer the questions and then teacher will reply to those questions. Also there might be a chances when students might ask some doubts. तो स्टूडेंट ने कुछ डाउट पूछा तो दूसरा स्टूडेंट उसको आंसर कर सकता है जिसको आता है, राइट? सो दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ इट, लाइक दैट इज कॉल्ड पीयर लर्निंग. सो ऑल दीज प्रिंसिपल्स आर लाइक टेकन केयर इन द फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट. जो क्लासरूम का जो ऑब्जेक्शन था ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन के, क्लासरूम एजुकेशन में नहीं होता है. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग covered in the fourth quadrant. So this fourth quadrant model tries to overcome all the challenges of online education.
Professor Ganesh Lokhande sir for enlightening us on enhancing MOOCs accessibility with digital tools, the active learning strategies, interactive sessions. As a MOOCs producer, I can re-emphasize MOOCs will not replace teachers, but it will supplement, enhance teachers in sharing the knowledge.